They shot on 3 different types of lenses. Panavision Standard Primes, or SPs, with old vintage glass from Zeiss Jenner lenses housed by Panavision. The old coatings on the glass produce a warm, veiling glare effect. This means the highlights bloom more and create pleasing, softer skin tones. Panavision Super Speeds from the 1970s were used for their slightly sharper but vintage lens characteristics, as well as their faster apertures from T1.1 to T2. And finally, they use the more standard Panavision Primos. They have minimal ghosting, higher contrast, and less distortion. Here's a test of a Primo lens showing that even on the ultra-wide 17.5mm focal length, the vertical lines remain straight and barely distort. The pre-production process with his technical team helped Anderson to refine the exact look that he envisioned for the film. Now, let's take a look at how they took the results of these camera tests and applied them to the cinematography in the film. How this team collaboration would happen practically is that Anderson would first do a private blocking with the actors on set. After that, the technical team had the floor. Once they'd worked out how the scene would unfold, he would go in with his camera operator and first AC with a pentafinder. They would look at different lenses and different angles and work out whether the scene required movement or not. Then, they'd discuss with the lighting cameraman and the gaffer how the scene would be lit. Once the technical team had set up the scene, the actors would return and they would shoot it. Rather than having each scene precisely storyboarded and pre-planned, Anderson's approach is far more flexible, organic, and collaborative. The lighting approach in Anderson's films is what I'd call naturalistic, yet traditionally cinematic. To achieve this, light sources are placed to augment the light which would naturally occur. For example, if there's a window, he might place lights outside the window to amplify the naturally occurring sunlight. To mimic the soft, natural light sources at the lower levels necessary for the high ISO rated film, his gaffer used a lot of LED sources, such as Arri sky panels and light gear light tiles. Most interior scenes used various light tiles to provide a soft fill on the actors or a general ambience to the scene. These are very thin LED fixtures which are easy to rig, run on low power, and output a soft light. To control the direction and minimize these lights spreading and hitting everything, the gaffer added an egg crate snap-on grid. When they did choose to use non-LED lights with a stronger output, such as this scene, which appears to be keyed with an Arri M18 HMI, they made sure to diffuse them a lot by employing a book lighting technique where light is bounced, then passes through a frame of diffusion to further soften the source. All the practical light sources in the house were also rewired and put on dimmers